NFTs have been changing an awful lot, and a lot of people want to know what is the next big thing? What is the next big NFT platform that you can get on early so you can finally beat the crowd, unlike Solana and Ethereum, which look a little saturated at this point? So, what can you guys do to get started early? Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about two potential options and giving you guys the blueprint to try to, in the future, find NFT platforms before they explode. So, if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So, the first example I'm going to be showing you guys is something here related to the Ecomi token. Now, this is a token I do not own, but have recently found and think may be a good thing to pick up in the future. I will definitely be keeping you guys posted, but it's up around 10% on the day. Market cap's around $1 billion, so still a little bit on the lower side, but essentially what they do is this is a company that actually owns the platform VeVe, and this is some digital collectibles available here on the App Store, but basically you buy and sell these collections of NFTs here with the Ecomi token. So this is the token that you use to do this, and again, something that is mobile, easily accessible on the App Store is a great way to hopefully get a lot of people that are casual, just want to be on their phone, purchasing NFTs involved in doing that. So when you take a look at their FAQ, essentially what they are mentioning is, of course, you use VeVe's app to purchase gems, and you basically can monitor the token, its burn rate, yada yada, and you have a wallet. So it's very similar to Solana, Ethereum, but finding something like this with such a low market cap is actually pretty cool, because when we compare something like this to other NFT related things out there like Ethereum and Solana, of course, Ethereum has a market cap that is around 487 times as big as Ecomi's market cap, and Solana has a market cap that's around 58 times as big. So definitely worth considering something that is smaller, less notoriety in the NFT scene that very well in the future could have some explosive growth. It's hard to tell, but even if you're not interested in buying NFTs, you might want to pick up some of the token, and that is what I'm possibly thinking of doing. I don't see myself getting the app and whatnot, but I definitely think that the token might be a good thing to pick up. Again, I'm still holding out the verdict on this, but I do think it could have some potential in the future. Now, another option out there for those that are interested is actually Tezos. So if you guys have not heard of Tezos, it is extremely popular. It is really one of the first sort of self-modifying blockchains out there. So what Tezos does as a platform here that I think you guys are going to want to see is the fact that you can actually use Tezos to purchase NFTs and whatnot. And what it seeks to do, which they mention on their white paper here, is that it is self-amending. So what they can do is essentially make decisions and modify the chain based off of what a lot of people have to say that own it, as opposed to putting in a hard fork or something like that. So there is a little bit more explained on their website, perhaps a little bit better than me, but what the idea here is that this is governance by the people. So Tezos was created with the mechanisms to keep the community active, of course, and you can evaluate, propose, or approve amendments to Tezos. And a lot of blockchains that do this have been getting more popular these days because they give people a sense of democracy. They give people something that they want to be able to make changes on the platform. So this essentially keeps Tezos on the bleeding edge technology, yada yada. And forkless, like I said, they do not need a hard fork or some kind of massive change. It is simply built to adapt and change features through its proven on-chain upgrade mechanism. So again, this is done with smart contracts, and it's an open source platform that addresses key barriers facing blockchain adaptation. And I think it's pretty good, man. I definitely do have a lot of faith in this as a platform. And again, when we take a look at their website, you guys can see the price on CoinMarketCap. It's around $5. Market cap here around $4 billion. So definitely not near the top of all cryptos. It definitely has nothing on Solana or Ethereum yet, but it does have some level of credibility, some level of reputability, and I do see this possibly lasting a good while in the future. So So again, you definitely do want to look into this, and a great way to do that is on Objkt.com. So OBJKT. This is essentially the Tezos marketplace that you could go on to and start purchasing some NFTs. I may be purchasing some on here, it's hard to tell, but I will be monitoring this as well to see if it grows well in the future. But if you guys want to also monitor what NFTs I purchased, make sure to check out the Patreon, guys. The link is down below in the description. So easy to do. I post every time I buy or sell an NFT or a crypto. So I personally do think it is a steal for only $10 a month. You guys can check it out. Link down below in the description. And I always provide you guys with updates on NFTs and altcoins that I am looking into, as well as give you guys access to a private Discord chat to discuss NFTs with me and all the other NFT people out there. So definitely go ahead and check it out. Link is down below in the description. And of course, it does help support me and the channel, and I always do appreciate it, folks. So link down below in the description. But the idea here is that hopefully with Objkt and other platforms for Tezos, we will be able to break into the mainstream and start snagging some of these up before they become extremely valuable. Now, one thing I don't like about this platform is that it is extremely weird to sort. So, trying to find new NFTs and trying to figure out like what's really quality, it's a little tough because a lot of stuff here isn't even in English, and a lot of stuff just doesn't feel like a real quality project. I mean, some of these things are just kind of weird, but I definitely think that this does have the potential, and I'm sure that some of these projects will end up being worth a lot of money in the future. It's hard to say what, but I don't get the same vibe I get from Ethereum and Solana. They feel different enough, to where they are stimulating a new interest in me, as opposed to, scrolling through OpenSea. Oh, what's new on OpenSea today? Oh, same copy paste profile pic. Definitely feels a little bit more interesting, and the style of art as well feels very, very different. So this is just a totally different ball game, and that definitely does have me interested. Tezos is also live on Rarible.com. So Rarible.com is pretty big out there, and you could start buying, selling, and creating energy efficient NFTs with gas fees at just a few cents. So very similar to Solana, the fees are extremely cheap for Tezos, which definitely does have it beating out Ethereum in that sense for being extremely affordable and easy to transfer NFTs, to trade NFTs and whatnot. So definitely great to see that going on. Now, the Motley Fool, which is a huge platform for stocks and finance and stuff, actually covered this as well, talking a little bit about Tezos. And the idea here is that it is announced a deal to provide tokenized assets for Swiss firms. So 3 firms in Sweden will be using the smart contracts to comply with anti-money laundering rules to improve governance. So that is always cool. Says it is self-amending, like I talked about. It's an unusual governance model that in theory reduces the likelihood of divisions. So definitely cool to see. Again, you don't need discussions at conferences or forums and stuff. Tezos has this available on chain, which is very cool. And they talk about, of course, the fact that it's gained 170% since the beginning of the year, which is absolutely great. Trying to, move behind initial delays that it had, and the fact that you could stake it. So you could stake it on a lot of crypto exchanges, and obviously with being environmentally friendly, you can use the proof of stake model to validate transactions and keep the network secure. So if you stake it, you can get some good rewards, which is also pretty great. So that is the video today, folks. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you all did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Make sure, again, folks, to check out the Patreon. The link is down below in the description. If you guys would like to get insights on all the altcoins and NFTs I am buying and selling, thank you all so much for listening. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.